everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. Today being almost the last day of July, we're sneaking in what the month of July is recognized for. And July is Good Care Month. And our question or our subtitle is, how can we be assured that our senior loved ones receive good and proper care as they deserve? Well, this Care Month has, or the name of it, was depicted, believe it or not, in the United Nations, and it's really geared around social care. So not social work, but social care, and how loved ones or ourselves are coveted over about getting the proper care as we need them, and having somebody basically to advocate for you. So what a great sense of having somebody available to be able to do this. A social care worker's job is to give practical and emotional support to a wide range of people. They work with individuals, families, communities to assist with improving the well-being and to give a better quality of life. They may be employed by a home environment, nursing homes, or community where seniors are or senior centers are. They can provide services under the supervision of a case manager or social worker. Otherwise, they are partner with other health or social care professionals. And that's why I always, allude to my title, besides being a certified assisted living administrator, that I have been court trained, is the fact that I always say that I'm a senior care advocate. So a senior care advocate is somebody that advocates for you, just like what we're saying here. Social worker requires education that is very extensive, and so much so that there's a bachelor's of that, there's also a master's of that, and there's also clinical social worker. So this is different. What we're discussing today is more social care workers, where you don't have to be with a specific license or that of a degree. So this is where we're going to go into it. Good Care Month. Can you work in social care without a degree? Yes. Careers in social care do not require a degree. What is the difference between social work and social care? Social workers are professionally qualified to develop and provide a care plan and a client's unique requirements. Social care worker implements the care plan while providing practical and emotional support. So maybe a social care coordinator is working underneath a social worker and guided by the social worker and with a care plan. A lot of people don't know what a care plan is, and those that hear that term quite a bit is ones that maybe had their loved one in a skilled nursing facility. There's care plan meetings, and it is usually run by not only the social worker but the administrator of said facility. Also, home health works under care plans, which is also guided not only with the clinicians but also guided by the physician that is ordering home health. So it's great detail. It's a lot of clinicians that are involved to oversee that proper care is given in a timely manner as well too. It's not only for the physical well-being, but it's also for the mental well-being. So 5 qualities needed for a social care worker. One is to have passion. I always say, if you love what you do, it's so easy to do what you love, right? So this having passion or having a mission, as I say I do with Golden Rule, is that makes not your job, your purpose more important. So having a passion and compassion about what you do is foremost. I agree with that immensely. Dedication. There is no set hours. It really, honestly, when somebody is a advocate or like we know that with guardians as well, that take over the responsibility of guiding their wards or their loved ones, there's really no time off. You're constantly being required to watch over them, 24/7, but also be available. So having the availability and the dedication is important when you are dedicated to that individual. So being an advocate for your senior loved one is imperative that you need to be available quite often, meaning accessible also. So, but dedication is important. Having the courage. Courage is important because you have to have the autonomy or the gut strength, or really to be transparent, to be persuasive. I don't want to say aggressive, but more assertive in getting the care that your loved one needs. So being a good care for social care worker is that you are pushing sometimes and getting things done in a timely manner. So being a little bit of having courage, but also the tenacity is important. Have a sense of humor. I can't agree enough. Sometimes we don't take mental breaks ourselves being advocates. Sometimes us people that work in healthcare know that the full moon is upon us, and sometimes it really changes quite a bit of attitude, and we have to look at it as being humorous. So humor, if you know this too shall pass, being a little bit, sometimes taking a break. If some people are spiritual, pray, but find humor in the moment because it gets you by. It really does. Otherwise, it could affect you being the social care worker versus then you can't be really have strength for your loved one or who you are assigned to. Compassion. As I said, I think it really aligns with passion, but compassion. Make sure you don't label everybody as in one group. Sometimes you'll hear me say sometimes it's just the faces and names change, but everybody's situation is so different. So don't categorize everybody that's needing care just in a conglomerate of one person. It's very, very different. Their situations might be different, might be financial, it might be medical, their family dynamics might be different. It might be where they reside is different and where they are in the United States or in this country, their heritage, their ancestry, their religious purposes. Everybody is different. So be compassionate of that as well. Why Good Care Month is important. I don't think it should be just a month. I think it should be every day that we should be advocating for our loved ones. So if we're gonna say it be the month of July, so be it. But I think we should have that compassion, passion, everything that is described for a social care worker is all the time. It gives back to the givers. I love that. Meaning that your loved ones, your senior loved ones gave a lot to you in being here. It's giving back. It's the circle of life, giving back to them in what they require. Remember them as your parents, what they gave to you. Now it's your time to give back to them. So I can't say enough about that line itself. I know personally what I have gone through and is continuing with is that to give back to the givers. Just remember the circle of life. 2, it familiarizes the public with the social care profession. I couldn't agree with that more. Not everybody is lined or programmed to do this kind of work. So finding some individual, there is what they call care managers or geriatric care managers. They're wonderful. They're very detailed in their work. They help out their clients immensely, not only medically, but also mentally as well. They seek care. They run the ship. They orchestrate. They navigate. That's how I feel that I am is really taking that control, but taking the reins and gear them the right way, rather than keep making left turns and have to get back on the straightaway, or make a right turn and then, oh, get lost and now find a way back. So navigation is important. So familiarizing with the territory is very, very important as well. There is a lot of placement specialists out there that might not have an distinguished background. The reason why I did get my assisted living certification is for the fact of not being an ALF administrator, but now to know the rules and regulations that are bestowed upon the industry. In my wallet of expertise is that I have, or portfolio, is that I have home health experience as well as hospice experience. So I could speak from that point of view as well. So when you're picking a placement specialist or advisor, make sure you know that person's background distinctly, is for the reason is they're going to guide you differently. So a good care professional is somebody that really needs to be seasoned. This is not their first rodeo, and it's not something they're testing out on your time and your loved one's needs. Okay. Number 3, it reminds us of our humanity. As I just said to you, that there's nothing better than the circle of life with our loved ones. There is such a dedicated force to our veterans. For those that fought for our country, that being the United States and our freedom, why are we not dedicated back to them of what they have, that they had dealt with, or then they came back injured or mentally unstable? It is really our human component that really should be helping these folks. So honestly, every one of us could be a social care advocate as well too. Veterans is close to my heart. We're surrounded by them in our community, but they're all over. So please don't put a deaf ear to a veteran. Sometimes they just need to tell their story, or they finally telling their story, and maybe because it's so hurtful that they suppressed it, and that's why they have PTSD. So in all honesty, it is important to address that and have a little bit of humanity, and respect is really important. How do we observe this month, or how do we observe this kind of title, is to write a thank you card. I always send my clients thank you gifts and their families, or thank you cards. Is that it's been my privilege and honor to help them through this whole process. But those that are really helping us along the way, for my instance, it might be the assisted living memory care community, the home health worker, actually the skilled nursing social worker. I make sure that they were knowing that they were appreciated, because us working together and as a village really accomplishes so much more. Saying thank you is simple. A handwritten card is wonderful. It really has a testimony that you really thought about them for that given moment of writing that card, but putting your expression on it makes all the difference in the world. So, sending a thank you card, we've gotten away from it. We've been texting, we've been doing social media, but we don't write those thank you cards anymore. So do that. It makes all the difference in the world. I have all my thank you cards. They're very special to me, because especially when there's a special note in it as well. Spring for snacks. I love that. There is so many times that, I don't want to say while marketing, but me sending thank you gifts to the people that I work with to accomplish our end goal in finding a place for their loved one. I love to give them little goodies, and I give them golden nuggets, special candies in a jar, and getting a snack, sometimes even just bringing somebody a coffee, iced coffee during the day, really changes a frown or a pressure moment in their day to something brighter. Nothing better than also a flower. A sunflower brings brightness to somebody's day. May it be real, may it be artificial, but little tokens of snacks just to get them through the day, like even protein bars or granola bars are wonderful as well too. Okay, so don't forget those little items. I love this. This was really cute. Not as popular as it is today, but sending a singing telegram, if you can find that in your community. But there's nothing better than maybe getting a particular song out and sending it to them in maybe a video that you're talking to them, or a little private message with music behind it, something as cute as Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, Lean on Me by Bill Withers, and God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. I love that. So, sending something like that, even in a text, private message, in an email, when they click on that, I'm guaranteeing that they're smiling. So you really brighten their day. Good Care Month is important, not only this month, all the time. It does take a village. Be proactive in your senior loved one's care. Gather around your professionals as a source and as a resource for them to actually procure a good quality of life. As a senior advisor, a senior placement specialist, I gather all those resources for you, that being attorneys and home health, whatever that it may be. But realize that it does take time to make it work and make it be positive. So as always, thank you so much for viewing Tuesday Talks with Linda from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services. I lead you to my website, which is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. You will see my bio, my demographics, testimonials, various options, resources, and a library of all these video talks on all different topics. Next month is August, which will be seeing you shortly. Can't believe the year is going this fast, and we'll have a whole host of topics. But in the meanwhile, if there's something that you would like to discuss, maybe with me personally, get in touch with me, or you would like me to do a video to share with others as well, send me a note, and I will certainly do a lot of homework into it so I can present in another Tuesday Talks. Thank you as always. Have a blessed week, and see you in August. Bye-bye now. Keep cool. Have a blessed week. Bye-bye.